Hi, I'm Patrick Furlotti. I'm the founder of the Global Mana organization. We all know about greenhouse gases, global warming, the ocean absorbing carbon dioxide, turning it into carbonic acid, dissolving our coral reefs. And we realize that carbon is also the base material which all life forms are made out of. So human beings reusing carbon in a better, more responsible manner is the solution to global warming and climate change. I've had the privilege to meet with Graciela Chichilninsky, who's created Global Thermostat, which is a technology system that actually does carbon dioxide gas capture. We've looked into algae from compressed carbon dioxide blooms that can make a huge selection of organic chemicals that can replace fossil fuel chemicals and bioplastics that are actually carbon negative. We feel that the global thermostat system could run on a heat exchanger from a pyrolysis system, which is really the thermal conversion of organic matter. This system can create the heat and the electricity, which is still carbon negative, to actually power carbon dioxide gas capture. Since all of the communities of the world have a location called a municipality where they're actually looked at as sort of a business amongst the government, where they receive tax dollars. They hold the infrastructure for water and power, pumps that pump water through the city structure and sewage in, treating it. We realize that human waste, is exactly what's causing the problem. There are some technologies that can actually remove carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere, but how are they actually integrated in society in a carbon negative industry? Looking at the globe as a whole, and the biggest problem, which is global warming, which is caused from carbon dioxide in our atmosphere, I realized that the only way to reverse global warming is to develop new industries and new ways of human waste management. I believe that every municipality in the world should actually have a waste-to-energy system that incorporates agriculture, water treatment, electric production, and carbon capture for algae, that actually can open the door to multiple different carbon negative technologies.
The TCOM system sequesters greenhouse gases as it processes organic material. It sequesters approximately 50 plus carbon credit equivalents, which breaks out into 3.5 tons of carbon dioxide, 1.5 tons of methane, and 1/4 ton of nitric oxides. Now that's all done within 1 hour on 1 ton. Multiply that out to a system that has, say, 3 or 4 processors, and you're doing 200 tons an hour. Do that in a day and you're at 1,600 tons in an 8-hour shift. Put 1,000 systems up around the world, and now you're talking millions of tons of greenhouse gases being sequestered. That's the advantage of our system.
The really interesting thing is, all of these technologies have been available for a long time, and we look at it like this. What are the community's needs? What are their problems? How can we bring them technologies to eliminate their waste while developing jobs and economic opportunities and replacing chemicals that are carcinogenic in our daily lives? So we see bringing in multiple systems at municipalities where human waste and trash pretty much collects, mining that, turning it into an energy source to power city infrastructure while enhancing agriculture and producing oxygen and sequestering carbon dioxide. Blue-green algae is actually one of the first life forms on the planet. So it's really ironic that years later, when we're suffering from climate disaster, we're looking at what sort of technologies could actually sequester carbon dioxide. And algae actually is one of the greatest opportunities. And
so essentially what we're doing in using the algae to produce biofuels is we're recycling CO2. We're capturing the CO2 from a point source such as a coal-fired power plant. We're converting it into biomass, and then we're using that biomass as a fuel and releasing the CO2 again. So essentially we're recycling the CO2. Each of the individual steps for growing algae and converting algae into fuel are reasonably well known, but we need to improve the efficiency of those steps considerably in order to make the process economically viable. The trick is going to be getting the price down so that it's certainly cost competitive with biodiesel produced from, say, soybean oils, or canola oil, and preferably cost competitive ultimately with petroleum-based diesel.
When I was a little bit younger, I looked at recycling and I wondered where all the plastic bottles went in the world, and I realized that mostly they're incinerated, high heat incineration, and actually there was carbon dioxide emitted. And so I see that bringing in technology innovations to eliminate waste, recycle it, put it back into the soil, sequester carbon dioxide, create products which are economically valuable, gives everybody on the planet an opportunity to do good. So after studying the problem for a significant amount of time, understanding the technology systems, I realized that we actually do have hope to resolve climate change. And that hope would lie in developing a carbon negative industry where integrated systems of carbon dioxide capture, agriculture and biochar, waste management could actually sequester enough carbon dioxide, putting it into the ground, revitalizing our soil. We see at Global Mana that the carbon commodity market should actually pay for these integrated systems at the municipal level. And we are looking into a blockchain solution for municipal communities to actually not only afford these technology systems, but be able to pay down payments and also develop these industries. What we would need is the governments of the world to subsidize carbon negative industries.